I'm Evil and welcome back to my playthrough of Starfield. If you like the content, please like, comment, but more importantly, subscribe. Alright guys, welcome back, and yeah, I wasn't able to sell Contraband anywhere here. I did buy some ammo from the well, but yeah, so I have it. I gotta make sure I remember I've gotta go to the wolf system to sell it. But for now, we're gonna carry on with this mission. Walking in, guns out.
We've been expecting you. Please approach the monitoring station and we will go over the rules. Welcome, Captain, to the archives. To proceed, you will need to deposit your codes into the 3 corresponding receptacles. Once they are verified, I will open the door. Your data resides in Unit 18. You will not be able to access any of the other units. Once you've collected your data, return to the entrance. You may insert the first of the archival codes when you're ready to begin.
Unit 18, eh?
You may proceed, Captain.
Can't interact with anything else anyway. So long. Anyway, hope you guys are doing well. Having a blast with this game. It's super fun. A little buggy, but I mean, what Bethesda game isn't? I remember when I played Skyrim when it first came out. And I got hit with the save game bug. So yeah, that was fun. I don't think I ever finished Skyrim just because of it. I got pretty far into it. I think I went the werewolf route. I want to say werewolf or vampire, something like that. Anyway, it was cool.
Excuse me. What's wrong with jetpacks all of a sudden?
I want to do jetpacks. Requires a skill point, which is better spent elsewhere. Anyway, this is the contraband we have. Where is it? Notes. Right at the bottom here. Where is it? Huh, is it in MISC? There it is. Rune, heretic writings. Worth 8k. I mean, it might not be worth going out of our way to sell it, but it's the first time I'm gonna be looking to see where you sell contraband. I kind of want to do it.
What? There you are. Captain. Surprised to find out we're having visitors as we work.
Major Sinan and I were just discussing the merits of your planned interfactional cooperation. I think it's a great idea. Get them invested in the solution. Make it clear we've got nothing to hide.
I'm sure they'll be lovely house guests.
Now, Captain, if you wouldn't mind transferring the documents to the Major, she and I have been discussing next steps. Stayed out of trouble down there, I hope. We've got all the clearances we need. You can hand the data over to the Major.
Time for us to start getting some real answers. And figure out if we've been asking the right questions. So whenever you're ready.
You may take possession of the Terramorph data.
Acknowledged and accepted, Captain. So with the data out of the way, we've been discussing where exactly this work's getting done. The Red Devil's headquarters on Mars, back where you found Percival, seemed the natural spot. Already has the equipment, the safety measures. Should even be able to house its own cadre of independent observers. Though it sounded like the deputy had a few more things she needed to discuss with you first.
Indeed. The most important of which is getting you your citizenship.
Then I guess we'll see you on Mars.
Captain, if you'll follow me.
I think I can go to Mars to sell contraband. I did sell some there before. I don't want to risk it though. I'm going to try this wolf system. Something like the wolf and you got to go to the den, or the den and the wolf. Fat ball. Can you walk any faster? Like, serious?
Just doesn't add up. Spaceport has anti-Xeno protocols. How the hell does a whole herd of terramorphs touch down undetected?
What is this?
All right, Captain. Are you ready to become a citizen of the United Colonies? Good. This isn't the only item we need to discuss, so I'll give you the short version. Please raise your hand. Captain, through your actions today and in days past, you have earned your place among the United Colonies. Through service, bravery, strength, and upholding of the mutual good. Will you carry and cultivate these values for as long as you remain a citizen? Then, Captain, I'm pleased to welcome you into the United Colonies as a full citizen. Here, your official ID and your citizenship dispensation. We've also let the Aphelion Realty office out in the plaza know you're approved to purchase property. Now, the other item we needed to discuss. There's a member of the UC who's asked to speak to you, but this person is in a sensitive position. Normally, we wouldn't even consider something like this, but we think this person has information that could prove useful in dealing with the Terramorphs. And they've stated they'll only share it with you. They asked for you by name. So I need your agreement that everything you're about to see is kept in the strictest confidence. You can tell no one. Can you agree to these terms?
You put it like that, I don't want to know who it is.
Let's hope it never comes to that. Head to the elevator. You're going to subsection 7. I'll make sure you're cleared for access by the time you get there.
9600. Being a citizen. I thought it was going to go into, like, you know, here's the view. Look at this. This looks so good. I wonder if we can go to all these places that we can see. Most likely you can. I think the problem with this game was you couldn't run seamlessly across the planet or something like that. I forget what it was. I didn't read into it too much. I wasn't really too bothered about the big planet exploration. I like traveling to places and doing what I need to do.
This had to exist. I just never thought I'd actually be in it.
You may proceed down the corridor. But there are no additional visitors permitted. Your friend's gonna have to wait out here.
What? No magazines? Well, who's down for some small talk? Looks like we've got a volunteer here.
All right, Barrett. See you later.
Howdy, soldier. Want to compare war stories?
Welcome, Captain. Please, come down and approach the intercom. You and I should chat. President Abeyo was kind enough to give me a few files to peruse. Quite the series of accomplishments you've managed. But now you face a foe unlike any other. An invisible enemy, lurking in the shadows. You're going to need all the help you can get. which is why I hoped we could speak. Do you know who I am?
Given the amount of security, I'd say you're someone pretty important or dangerous.
Perceptive. I like that. I'm Francois Sanon, but most know me as Victus. I was an admiral during the Colony War. One of its great villains, if you believe the slates. I was to be executed for my crimes. But the previous regime deemed me too valuable to simply discard. So they put me here. A sacrifice on the altar of peace. Even my death served the colonies.
He has been lying all this time. Definitely one of the chattier ghosts I've met.
Very astute. That's my daughter.
Oh, he's the clone dude.
Progeny. You've been working alongside. Has she shared with you the nature of our little family? Did she? So willing to trust Hadrian. I never did succeed in driving that out of her. Our relationship has always been a challenging one. The Major was born to become a great leader, carry on the legacy I established, and was given all the finest training to support it. And she excelled. But the universe cut all that short. Now, though, it's placed even more crucial work in front of the two of you. And I think I have a part to play in helping you accomplish what you've set out to do.
I'm listening.
After some long years earning the trust of this current regime, the UC has been permitting me to work alongside one of their recovery teams. Helping them gather intelligence on, locate, and organize scenarios to lure in some of the criminals that evaded justice after the Colony War. With quite a few successes, I might add. But in the process, I managed to find something else. The names and locations of Hadrian and Percival's old research team. Valuable manpower for the effort you're about to embark on. I'll tell you where they are, but in exchange, I need something dealt with.
Of course you do. Spit it out, what it is you want.
Gladly. There is a former colleague of mine, a man by the name of Dr. Reginald Orlaise. Like myself and Hadrian, he was involved in some of the United Colony's more problematic lines of research. Mech weapons were his specialty. If it dealt death, he could make a deal more. When the Colony War ended, he fled, refusing to face tribunal, and has continued to peddle his skills to the highest bidder to this day. But I finally found him. I want you to track him down and deal with him, however you're able. I'm not expecting he'll come quietly. Bring me evidence that the job's done, and I'll tell you what I know.
Consider him dust.
Speak to Deputy McIntyre. I'm sure she'd be happy to hear that someone might be tying up this loose end at long last. Though I would ask you, do not make the mistake of confusing me for a simple cutthroat. You can certainly try, but the man's been out there 20 years. He's likely gone feral by now. Easier for all if you simply blow up his ship and be done with it. Good. According to my information, he's been hiding around the world of Etheria. We'll Wolf system.
Oh, we're heading that way anyway.
There's a star station in the vicinity. The Den. The head of the local vanguard, one Captain Marquez, should be able to help you find our man.
Well, that's convenient. It's gonna lead us right to where we need to go. Go speak to this. I don't know where Deputy is.
Problem?
That one. We gotta go back to Mast again. That one's leading us on the tram.
Nice technique. You should try some flips next time.
I wish game would let us do flips. Can you imagine? I don't know, I feel we're getting played a little bit.
Hello.
But then again, that's the game, so...
Captain, did your meeting go well? I hope it's clear now why we needed you to agree to all the secrecy.
More guy living in your basement.
Captain, please, keep your voice down. The situation with the prisoner is a complex one. A holdover from a different era. But it's a situation we've been managing as discreetly and humanely as we can for some time now. And the most critical part of that management is making sure no one else learns of it. Do I make myself clear? Good. Because bringing this up to the outside world would create the unfair appearance, Captain, that you're unhinged. And that's not a good look for any of us. Now, was there something in particular you needed to discuss about what we were just discussing? Dr. Reginald Orlaise? He's finally found him. Of course, killing Orlaise is completely out of the question, but bringing him to justice... He's been on the lam for years. That'd be a huge win for the UC. What's being offered in return? Really? He found the members of the research team. We'd already initiated a search for them, but it'd save a lot of time and manpower if he just gave us that information. Captain, if that's the deal, you have my endorsement. Just so long as you make every effort to bring the man in alive. Now, was there anything else you wanted to discuss?
He
regarding
wants...
your meeting?
Okay. Alright, she wants us to bring him in alive.
As much fun as that was, it's good to be back.
The Den responding to hail. You are cleared to dock. Welcome to UC space.
Alright, won't let me... I have to... So when the very first time you go to these planets, you have to actually dock properly. Wait, what? Not the right place? We going there? Doesn't look right. Maybe it's a base station thing? I don't think we're supposed to be here. Exit the ship, just take a look. Bye.
Hello, Captain.
Yeah, it's sending us back in. Oh god. Get back in. And let us go to the star map. There we go. It's a base station thing. God, I slot needs. Much easier than trying to find it. You just press A and then X.
We've docked. I'm sure whoever's in that.
God, that guy's so annoying. He's been the most useless out of all of them so far.
Hard to believe this place is still intact. But the military is nothing if not resilient.
Welcome to the Trade Authority. I'm Marcel, and if there's anything I can do for you, please
What the?
do let me know. Our stock may not be as vast as New Atlantis or Sidonia, but I will do my best to see that you leave here satisfied. And
Leave?
seeing as the Trade Authority is the only fully licensed operator for the Den, I'm afraid your alternatives are, shall we say, slim.
I believe this
It
is
a
where I
pleasure
sell
to make your
contraband.
acquaintance, and I hope this and all future interactions are profitable for both of us.
I like his tracksuit.
By all means.
Alright, what was it now? I want to buy, I want to sell, miss. There we go. 1,000, it was worth 8. Gotta rip me off. Let's see what weapons he's got. Oh, that's sell. Look at that thing. Bottom heavy. Wow, he's got nothing that is even good. Alright, we got rid of the contraband, so that's good.
Looking to lodge a complaint? Then you want UC security, not the Vanguard.
Actually, I'm with the Vanguard. Need
You're
to
here
broadcast
for
that.
me? Did I miss a briefing or something? Orlaise. Doesn't ring a bell. Anything you can tell me about him? A man living around Etheria. The gas giant. Only one ship like that I know of. Never docks. Doesn't respond to hails. They call it the Warlock. Maybe this Orlaise of yours is the one piloting it. I can give you the coordinates to its last sighted location if you want. Just, well, you'll need to be careful. That part of Etheria's sky is an old debris field. Plenty dangerous. More than a few scrappers heading out never came back. Sure thing. Here. This should get you pointed in the right direction. Go get your man.
Why is it telling us that? Ship EM weapons, damage systems at random. Probably because we need to not blow him up.
Take you to the stars, Captain.
Yes, infallible one?
Yeah, let's have a look at our systems, I guess. EM. Okay, we're on EM. Got max shields. Area. Not it. Maybe I should have saved. Do a quick save here. What was that? Is that a mine?
Endless boy, who is this you've brought me? More scrap for the field. Savor your last moments, Mot. All systems. Shoot them down. I will be your end, Mot.
Why are we not doing any damage? Well, we got wrecked. Don't know why my... I've got nothing to repair my ship with. Why is that so slow? Using the wrong thing. Right trigger is EM, so lower that a little bit. Let's get this up. There we go. Our ballistics.
Endless boy, who is this you've brought me?
Should do better damage.
For the field.
Wow, our ship sucks. We can't do anything here. I need to upgrade. Hey. Yeah, I need to upgrade my ship to do this. Pretty good. I haven't done that many upgrades to it. I almost need ship repairs. Or materials for ship repairs, but he hits me really hard. We shall come back to this one. I might do a couple more missions and
You are entering United Colonies space. Please maintain course and prepare to be scanned.
yeah, we have no contraband. Let's change that mission. Go back to this.
Scan complete. Go ahead and land.
I don't want it anymore. That sucks. I don't want it to do that mission.
This is United Colonies space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband.
I feel like I need either better shields
Scan complete.
or better weapons.
Land at Gagarin.
Still good. We tried it. We escaped. Didn't have to reload my save. Wonder if you can get like legendary ships.
This whole planet's like chemicals, smoke.
We are 72. I don't have anything. I think I dumped a bunch of stuff on Barrett.
I was just thinking that this is about what Irvin saw all those years ago when he arrived. He probably stood here thinking that he was going to make things better. He had a good heart. Oh, you remind me of him sometimes, wanting to make things right. And when you said it out loud, you know, I actually believe we can do it. I just hope our lawyer is as confident. Right. She said she would meet us at our office when we arrive. Hopefully she can tell us what we need to do in order to clear Irvin's name. Let's stick together, though. Gagarin isn't a huge town, but it's not the kind of town that I want to get lost in.
Okay. All right. Yeah. The weirdest thing about that fight was it was only a level 28, and
those jobs aren't coming back. But Reliant Medical, Archmite, and Satori Mills are dedicated to Gagarin. We were just hoping Gagarin could show the same dedication in return.
I'm not closing off the city every time you want to run a tour group through here.
Our investor visits are the key to making Gagarin a place that works here.
A place where people want to live. People are living here just fine. Now, if you'll excuse me.
yeah, it was only level 28, and we've killed higher level enemies, but I guess what I'm saying is, you know, obvious our ship is really weak. I only upgraded it once. Wasn't really sure what I was doing.
Well, well, well. Barrett, you're actually here. Astounding.
Ellie! Ellie, come on. I promised we'd stop by, didn't I?
People make promises all the time, Barrett. And most folks try to avoid Gagarin, not visit it. Anyway, I'm glad you made it out here. We have work to do, don't we? Down to business. Perfect. What do you already know?
So we already know that Irvin worked for Hephaestus Mining Company years ago, and they blamed him for catastrophic economic and ecological issues here on Gagarin.
Yes. He lost his case because he didn't defend himself, and we had almost no evidence without him. Well, we can bring the case to a judge here if we have new evidence or a witness.
What about the evidence we found so far?
Yes, well, about that. It's just not enough. Not on its own, no. It's circumstantial. Helpful to support our claim, but not enough. In order for me to go before a judge, I'd like to have some solid evidence pertaining to motive. The courts won't entertain a challenge to its ruling unless we're sure that something major was missed in the original trial.
What was the motive from the original trial?
We had no solid motive after our witness withdrew his testimony. Yeah, we need something major. Documentation, recordings, a witness, something.
It's been so long. How could we find anything like that?
I've thought about this a lot since the original case. The mine that Irvin worked at was shuttered in 2309. They probably still have documents relating to whatever happened there with him.
Point us to where the mine. Point us to the mine where Irvin was at work, please.
That's where you come in. I don't know which mine he worked at when the incident took place. In theory, you could find that information on a Foundry terminal, if you can access it. You'll need a passcode. That's the hard part. Besides the Foundry records, there also might be something in Irvin's apartment. If he knew he was being framed, he might have held on to some documents there.
Passcodes fall out of pockets all the time.
I'm not much of a cat burglar, but I do have a cat suit somewhere, now that you mention it.
That is definitely not necessary, Barrett.
Yep, not necessary.
Dress for the job you want, not the job you have, right?
Good grief.
No, I can't. It's not necessary.
Fair enough. I think I loaned it out anyway. So, Ellie, there has to be a way for us to get those records easily, right?
I have heard that there are terminals in the Foundry that can be accessed with passcodes. And I happen to know that miners always have passcodes on them. Do with that information as you will. Hopefully that's enough to work with for now. If you'll excuse me, I have to get some court documents ready for this case.
The Foundry District isn't too far from here.
Hey, off to the Foundry District.
Watch your step.
They probably never intended for these walkways to last this long.
That is. Credits. You don't mind, right, Barrett? We gotta get some more digi. You can buy them from places. That fits in the bottom one, but there's nothing for the top. In terms of just the 2-notch? Oh, we don't need a 2. That one would go there. So this one has to go over here.
Perfect.
Really. Lettuce.
Wait a sec. What about this safe? That is locked by a terminal.
Which safe? That would get rid of that. That would get rid of that. Don't have a single. You have a single. Need a single? That works in both. Give me that. Okay, we got his passcode.
Urban didn't live here for long, but he certainly had a lot of junk here. I had no idea. Well, I'll be. If you ever doubted Irvin's genius, look at all this. Still chugging along 20 years later.
How did that plant stay alive? Oh, it's a cactus. Okay, application submitted to Town Hall. Really? Advanced lock. Okay, this one's just on the outside. I would need. The only place that one could go. Put that there. Okay, that's it.
Aha! Will you look at that? If we go to town hall, I bet we can get a copy of that hunting license. There's gotta be a way to look up applications. Hold on. Is that what I think it is? He lived here for a few weeks. But everything went to hell with Hephaestus, so I wouldn't have liked living in this metal box. That is an extremely impressive specimen. And somehow it's managed to stay alive for the past 20 years. I'll hold on to it for now and see if I can't dig up some of Irvin's research on it. I bet we could look up that application in the public records at Town Hall. Not sure what that does for us, but it's a lead. Let's try to get into that safe. Looks like it's wired through the security system.
Already did.
Is that Irvin's employment contract? Let me see. No idea what mine H363 is, but we could search for it at the Foundry database. All right, we've got some solid leads, it looks like. The employment contract and the hunting license at Town Hall. And as the lawyer, she's probably right. The burden of proof is sky high on this one. It's likely already in orbit. It was a bit strange going through Irvin's old things, though. I was hoping for some old pictures, but the plant is a good consolation prize. Beautiful and resilient, as extremophile plants tend to be. Although this self-sustaining habitat dish gets some of the credit. I bet it could survive without care for a long time.
I don't think that's help with the case.
No, maybe not. But it helps me. Irvin was the last person to handle this plant. It mattered to him. No matter how the case goes, this warms my heart. I didn't expect to find it, but I love that I did. In any event, I'll go through Irvin's notes in more detail later. There's probably a flowchart somewhere with this little guy's name on it. Oh, on that note, we should give it a name. I'm thinking something simple yet refined. What do you think of Harvey?
I don't really care.
Then it's unanimous.
Whatever.
Okay. The three of us should get back to it. You, me, and Harvey have a case to solve.
I'm not gonna lie, I've been kind of going hardcore with this game. A little bit more than I was expecting to. Having fun. I'll get back to Elden Ring afterwards. Complaint box is full.
You ever read about the early history of spaceflight? So political. So familiar sometimes.
I think I need to go the other way, right? I'm gonna go get the hunting license. Yeah, I don't want to fall off there. Almost fell in the water down there. Hey, get off there. H363. Huh. That was it.
I'm on break. Can this wait? I knew I shouldn't have locked eyes with you. Dang it. What do you need? Haven't seen you in the mines before, you know? Not looking to chat, friend. Can't believe my break is almost over already.
Coordinates look valid to me. Imagine Irvin thinking the same thing all those years ago. Just a job, right? Well, at least we know where to keep looking, right? I guess we'll see what state the mine is in. It's possible they collapsed it before they left. We just won't know until we get there. If that's the case, we'll just have to figure something out.
You're gonna pickpocket that guy.
You from off-world? Well, if you like your destinations hot and dusty.
Here we got passcode. I didn't even have to save. Hey, why does it keep backing out all the way?
Supervisor is going to be mad that I'm late, but I just need a moment to myself before I go back. I don't have any money to give you. I'm sorry.
Hey, what? Hey, we did get a passcode. You right there. Okay, let us test this mine. Why is it saying we still have to get the code?
You're back. Well, what did you uncover?
Thanks, Captain. We searched Irvin's apartment and found an application for a hunting license. Compelling, right?
It's not much. Practically zero. Is that all you found?
Well, we also have a copy of the actual license sponsored by Hephaestus too. How about that?
That's solid evidence, but likely not enough to bring it to a judge.
Opening an old case is a higher burden of proof, I'm sure.
Okay, now that is a solid lead. Well, don't let me stop you while you're on a roll, detectives. We can talk more later.
Yeah, well, I don't get why it wants me to get a passcode. We already grabbed it. Pickpocketed it. Anyway, let's see where we're going. One of the few times I actually was able to pickpocket.
Careful. This place was shuttered 20 years ago.
And it. I don't know why it's not saying we haven't. Alright, you know what? Screw it. We're gonna search the cave. Enemies, flying ones. In the next one, we're gonna look this up. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you then.